Okay, this is a quick video for 114. This should help you guys identify white blood cells so that you'll be able to identify the diseases in the blood lab with ease. In this image, which is taken from a microscope using a slightly higher power than we're able to achieve with our microscopes, we can see all of the major types of white blood cells. Let's start at the top right corner. So if we look at this cell here, we can focus on the cytoplasm, which is lighter purple, and the nucleus, which is darker purple. So we can see that the nucleus has this kind of unusual shape. This is going to be contrasted with the nucleus that we can see here in this cell, the nucleus that we can see here, the nucleus that we can see here. I'm going to leave those other two cells alone for a minute. We'll get to them. If we start at the cell that is smaller than the rest and has a round nucleus, so the cell that has a slightly smaller overall size and a perfectly round nucleus that takes up almost the entire cell, that is characteristic of a lymphocyte. So now let's look down here at the lower left-hand corner where we can see a cell with a kidney bean-shaped nucleus. Having a kidney bean-shaped nucleus and being able to see a little bit more of the cytoplasm around the nucleus is characteristic of a monocyte. The two cells that have really unusually shaped nuclei, now circled in green, are both the same kind of cell. In both of these cells, you can see that the cytoplasm has a very slight kind of punctate staining, almost like it's got very faint polka dots in it. These are both neutrophils. And neutrophils have some granules in their cytoplasm that makes them look all polka dotted like that. Now to our cells over on the right. So you can see that for both of these, they do have unusually shaped nuclei. So here it almost looks like this one has 2 or 3 nuclei. Here the nucleus is harder to see, but it is unusually shaped as well. And a very notable thing is that you can see these cells have lots and lots of those polka dot granules. Very noticeable. So we notice that each of these cells has very distinctive granules, but that the cell on the top has red granules and the cell on the bottom has blue granules. This cell with the red granule is an eosinophil, and the cell with the blue granules is a basophil. Now looking at a new picture with new examples, we can go through the same process. So here we see this really unusually shaped nucleus, and we can kind of make out that we have these slight, faint granules. So we'll decide that this one is a neutrophil. This one on this side, we can see that we have unusually shaped nucleus, and we can see lots and lots of those red granules. So this one here is an eosinophil. Looking at a new image, we can see a kidney bean-shaped nucleus. So we'll call this one a monocyte based on the shape of its nucleus. Over here we have that really distinctive multi-lobed nucleus. We're going to call that one a neutrophil. The last one I'll leave you with is this one. What kind of cell do you think this is? Hint, we can see those noticeable granules and that they're staining more blue than red.